will be speaking about the need for a homeless shelter in Clinton, Missouri. We are wanting to persuade my audience our community urgently needs to have a homeless shelter. The need to address this growing crisis of homelessness. Having a local homeless shelter will not only provide safety for those without it, it will also provide resources to those in need, but it would also strengthen our community through love, offering stability, and serving those in our community together. Imagine driving home in your warm vehicle on a cold night. It's snowing below freezing. You look out the window and see a family huddled together for warmth. You're about to go into your warm home. Imagine there's a heat warning going on. The news advising you not to go outside, unless you have to. You look outside and see a hot mom playing at the park with her kids. You wonder why on earth she's in the heat with those babies, not knowing she's homeless. As we speak, there are dozens of homeless individuals unsure where their next meal will be, let alone where they will sleep. Homelessness isn't just a big city issue. It doesn't only happen in California or New York. It's here, right here in your neighborhood. I guarantee you probably drove past four, I know, on the way to work or school this morning. It affects all of our safety, our economy, and our humanity. After lots of research and reports from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and local community information, I joined a board of directors dedicated to providing hope and help to the homeless. We discovered the rate is increasing, and many don't think that we need a shelter or one in town. First, I'll show you how serious homelessness is in our community. Second, I'll explain how the building we have acquired for the shelter is perfect for what we need in order to house them. Finally, I'll help you envision a safer, stronger, and more loving community if we step up, and the consequences if we can't. Homelessness is not only about having a home, it's about having safety, stability, or not having dignity or opportunity. The U.S. Interagency Council says over 580,000 Americans suffer homelessness at any given time. Here in Clinton area reports from the Daily Democrat anywhere from 75 to 130, with fluctuating numbers, and up to 200 in the summer. So up to 200 humans sleeping outside in the summer heat, or up to 130 in winter cold. Many of them are families, children, young teens, aging out of foster care. I took a phone call from a 17-year-old homeless girl Tuesday. Without proper shelter, these individuals face increased risk of illness, attacks of violence, and possibly even death. These risks get more serious during extreme weather. Homelessness increases strain on police, hospitals, and resources. The longer someone is homeless, the harder it will be for them to find stability through work or education. You might not think so, but homelessness affects us all. Rising healthcare to safety, we need to ask ourselves what kind of community we want to be. If we continue to do nothing, homelessness will grow, which means more people suffering. Lastly, our community will lose our sense of compassion, and by now we understand how serious the issue is. Let's see how we can make a difference. We must get the community to see how important it is to utilize the building we've been given for a shelter. Less startup costs, for instance. We have a building, so that's less donations or grants that we will need to start. The location would move the homeless from the square corners to a safe place. The shelter would provide overnight shelter, meals, hygiene facilities, access to resources, and the opportunity to join a program that will help them to be self-sufficient in the future. Cities like Madison, Wisconsin, and Austin, Texas, have seen homeless numbers drop greatly after establishing a shelter. Studies from the National Alliance to End Homelessness show emergency shelters help reduce long-term homelessness and save money of taxpayers. You may argue a shelter would draw more crime or cost or waste more money, but studies have shown quite the opposite. A shelter would actually reduce public disturbances and lower police and hospital costs. Imagine Clinton, a community no one is sleeping outside on the streets. Everyone has a warm meal, veterans getting the services they need. A shelter would increase safety in the community, long life, back to the square, and boost local morale. If we choose to do nothing, the number of homeless will continue to grow. The health and safety of the public will decline, and it will show the character of our town in a negative light. It is time to do something. Come to a Project Homeless board meeting, sign the petition, and support your local fundraiser that are actively trying to end homelessness in our community. Let's close by really thinking about what's at stake. While we can't solve every and all problems overnight, we can make a step in the direction. Contact local officials. Check your local warming center for volunteers. There's always a shift needing prepared or meals needed.